Everyone, my name is Lucas Parisi. This is Daniel Buri. We're part of the team of CeelBio, company we're pleased to present to you today. We're going to try to show you here why our product BioGlass is the best solution for dental bone grafting and why this is such a great market opportunity. First, we need to explain to you a little bit what is exactly a dental implant. This video shows us a little bit. Well, the video is not working. Okay, it doesn't matter. This is a dental implant in a normal situation, but it turns out that in about 40% of the cases, the patient does not present enough bone to ensure a safe implant fixation. As we can see there, due to a natural process of bone absorption, the patient cannot receive the dental implant safely. So bone grafting becomes necessary. One way to do the bone grafting is the autograft, which is basically removing a part of bone from another site of your body and replacing it into the area where you want to reconstruct the bone. So, well, we had an amazing video to show you here, but we cannot do that. But it turns out that the autograft works well, but it's such an invasive procedure. It means an extra surgery in order to remove the piece of bone. And in other words, it means a high cost and a physical trauma to the patient. It hurts a lot. That's why we reject it. And this is when the biomaterials, the synthetic biomaterials come along. One of these materials is called BioGlass. It is easily placed into the area where we want to reconstruct the bone. The area is covered with a protective membrane during the healing process, and during that time, the BioGlass reacts with blood plasma, inducing the bone formation. At the end of the process, the BioGlass is completely replaced by bone tissue, and the patient can normally receive the dental implant, as we can see there. Among the other existing synthetic biomaterials, the literature has shown that BioGlass has the highest and the best level of bioactivity. We're basically competing to two global competitors. They're both North American. And how are we going to beat them? How are we going to compete? Our innovation is basically a process innovation. We can synthesize the BioGlass in room temperatures, which is not possible with our competitors. They synthesize it in very, very high temperatures, over 800 degrees. Our unitary cost is around $4. We do not know their cost, but we do know that our price is going to be around $35, while they're competing with $63 to $70. And due to the room temperature synthesis process, we can add complementary drugs into the BioGlass. These complementary drugs could be antibiotics, anti-inflammatory, or growth factors, for example. These drugs are prescribed by the dentist after the bone implants, after the dental implant procedures. Okay, but what are the advantages of this incorporation of drugs? Well, we have some examples here. By adding anti-inflammatory and antibiotics, we have the potential to control the release of these drugs with a localized action. That would mean a reduction of the collateral effects and the enhancement of the effectivity of those drugs in the body. And of course, with the growth factors, we have a potential to accelerate the bone formation process. To summarize everything, it would mean a less number of returns of the patients into the dentist office, and translating that into financially more money to the dentist as far as he can do more dental implants in the same period of time, instead of just taking care of the patients that come back and forth and so forth. Here we have some exciting numbers here of our market. The world market of bone graft substitutes is expecting to reach $2.8 billion until 2015. If we look only to our niche, which is the world market of dental bone graft substitutes, it's also very exciting. It's going to reach $1 billion until 2015. Okay, but we're starting in Brazil, which is seen as a privilege to us. Why? First, Brazil concentrates 20% of the dentists in the world today. The number of dental implants in Brazil grows faster than the world average. It grows 10% every year. That means Brazil is today the second largest dental implants market in the world. And we also have been observing an increasing number of implantologists in Brazil. Just for an example, in the period from 2004 until 2008, the growth number of these professionals was 260%. Okay, what have we done so far? Our milestones we have achieved. The development of the product is completely finalized and has already been tested in human beings. Now, what we basically need to do still is meeting the legal requirements, as many of you saw my question today in the lecture. What do we need to do that? First, we have to build our production line according to the legal requirements. It's going to cost us around $100,000. Then a little extra for fixed cost and the visa, which is Brazilian FDA, visa, taxes, and consultancy. And when we get into the operational phase, that means we're going to market the product, we're going to need some working capital investments and some marketing efforts. The total amount for investment is around $1.1 billion. And this is just a snapshot of our financial forecast. We have some highlighted numbers here. For the first year, for example, we're marketing only in Brazil. So we're expecting a gross revenue of $2.5 million. Then from the second year, we're going to start to the exportation process, focus now only in Latin America here in the second year. Then in the third year, we're going to do our first scale up, and we're going to also launch the bioglass incorporated with drugs, which will be the radical innovation I told you before. And from the third year, we're going to do another scale up, and we're expecting to export also the bioglass with drugs throughout the world, we hope. Our ADPV expected is $58 million here. We do believe we can get there because we have a highly qualified team. We have 4 PhDs in our team. First, Professor Rosana, she's the co-founder of the company, she's a chemist. She co-founded it with Professor Tulio, also a chemist. Professor Angela, she's a pharmacist and also co-author of our patent. Dr. Wallason, he's a dentist and they're responsible for testing our product in human beings. And in charge of the management, we have me and Daniel Burni, we're both industrial engineers. Here's just a roadmap that shows our entry strategy and our possibilities to launch products in the future. Here we're just showing the entry strategy. Now is the bioglass, simple bioglass, used for bone regeneration applied to the dentistry market. But the bioglass can be also used for orthopedics with the same purpose of bone regeneration, used for treatment of small fractures and also prosthesis coating. The bioglass can be also used in the future for oncology and a special treatment, cancer treatment called magnetic hyperthermia. And of course, the bioglass incorporated with drugs, which can be used to any of these applications there. All right, I think we have some 2 minutes. All right, so just to summarize everything I just said, I think I said it too fast. So we would like to summarize saying that we have clear competitive advantages with a strong product. We have acting in a large and growing market, with Brazil being an excellent entry strategy. We have not observed so far no scale-up bottlenecks to our production line. And of course, we have a team, qualified team, capable of launching continuously new products throughout the future in the market. Thank you very much for your attention.